Shut your mouth.
I'm just relaying a message.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, that means something happened.
Yeah,
Damn it, Dylan.
there it is. No. There it is. Okay. Welcome everybody to Grumpy Old Soldiers. This is the first time we're streaming in Linux Mint. We are actually using Linux to do this.
No, Chuck's using Linux to do that.
I'm using,
Yep.
everybody else is using whatever. I think Dylan's using Mac.
Yep.
What's Limnix?
Oh.
Linux.
Fucking Libnix.
Slim necks.
I say the critters that jump off the cliff.
No,
Oh, no,
those
I
are
thought
lambers.
I thought
I'm
it was
sorry.
more like there was an old man from Nantucket.
No, I heard Limp Biscuit.
Oh my goodness. So one thing I want to say, start at the beginning of the show, is that we are going to be moving in 2 weeks. So let me get the link and put it in chat so people can go and subscribe to the new channel.
There's a new channel.
Yep. We're being shadow banned. I'll explain it in a second. See, I made the mistake of creating this on a YouTube channel that I'd used since 2013 for vaping.
Okay.
So we're being shadow banned for that. So in 2 weeks we're going to be on the new channel, and I gave it 3 years just to make sure, and it sure seems to be the case.
But I didn't get any boxes. Where am I going to put all my shit?
You can keep it there. Your office is mobile.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, but
He didn't give me the new address, so
I know.
Right.
But hey, I'm lucky. I got a porta potty.
Is it right next to your kitchen?
It's my office. Shut up.
who we got? I'm not texting in chat tonight. So we got what? We got Devin. I see Dave. I see Steve.
Yes, sir. We got.
Ed, hey, how you doing, Ed? And Bachelor,
hey, Ed.
oh, he's out eating
Hey.
supper.
Hey, Bachelor.
I hope if he's eating, that means he's feeling a little better.
Yeah, definitely.
Didn't I see Brett in there somewhere?
I didn't see Brett.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't know if I missed him.
Yeah, Dylan probably run him off.
Nah, he hasn't commented at all.
So anybody, when you get the chance, click on that link, go to that page and subscribe. That will be where we're going to be streaming on in 2 weeks. This week we're on this channel. Next week we're on this channel. After that we're going to be on the new channel. Hopefully it'll bring in more subscribers, more viewers. We'll make chat even more fun.
More bullying of Dylan.
Yeah, more probably.
So about this shadow banning, how did you find out about that?
Yeah.
I suspected it all along, but I just kept track of the amount of subscribers we had. And a year ago, we had over 200. And a year before that, we had about 200. And I'm thinking, I don't expect to have really good content, but I see people coming out as trans, and in a month, they've got 1,000 viewers, 1,000 subscribers. It's like,
Yeah.
we can't be that bad.
Well, if Dylan would go ahead and do what he said he was going to do and start dolling himself up.
Yeah, wear some makeup, Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. I came out of the closet. I shaved my face and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you shaved.
he did. You should
Nair.
have seen yeah in there.
As my father says, Chuck, you need to change the locks to keep
Keep
Dylan out.
Dylan out. Yeah, I probably will. But Yeah, that's it. If anybody has any more questions, let me know, and I'll be glad to answer them.
Why is there air?
Why is the sky blue?
Because it's water and the vapor in the sky.
Are we there yet?
No.
I gotta pee.
I gotta go take a
Your
piss.
hearts really hate Jello?
And why is it only 3 licks to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop?
Because Mr. Owl has no patience.
He
Right.
said the world may never know.
Yeah.
Good one.
3.
These things bother me, you know. I gotta know.
Yeah. When I was in grade school, teacher did something and asked if there were any questions. And I said, yeah, why did the dolphins go back to the ocean? They had clearly been on land because they developed lungs. So, and she was like, what?
Stations. Are you jumping out ahead of the class again, Chuck?
Yeah, I was being totally off topic.
My father
Oh,
said
that's not like you at all, man.
No,
Hey,
not
Chuck.
Chuck.
my father just said it was the meaning of life.
Oh, okay.
That's Monty Python.
And Devin wants to put a wig on me and call me Rhonda.
Yeah.
Every sperm is
Why should he
saved.
have to? You do it already.
I don't call myself
Rhonda.
Rhonda. No, correction. I call myself my father's ex-wife's name. Thank you.
I don't think so.
I call
Why?
myself.
Bitch.
Yep. I'm Chuck's bitch.
I know. I don't think I like that very much.
Me neither, no, I'm starting to get freaked out over here, man. What are you
Wow, I'm
doing?
just gonna sit in my corner a little quietly and hope I'm out of this.
Oh my goodness. So give me a second. I'm trying to get some things in order here.
Hey,
Come on.
Bachelor. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Bachelor.
The main reason I wanted to do this in Linux was because Windows tends to put out updates and totally screws up a streaming setup. I mean, OBS does sometimes, but Windows is a lot worse about it. In Linux, it's a totally different thing. They don't screw with the other settings.
And I thought it was because it was easier to spell.
Yeah, it's less letters.
And Windows
true.
is garbage.
It's almost a 4-letter word. Speaking of a 4-letter word, weird. 5 letters. But Kamala's backers, Kamala's public can say it. So that's why it's the perfect way to counteract everything conservative.
You know, it doesn't bother me, you know. People with delusions looking at normal people and calling them weird.
Mhm.
You know, I kind of take that as a badge of honor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. We already know Kamala's a piece of, you know.
Let's take it easy there.
That's why I didn't say the rest of the word or the rest
I
of
don't-
the.
Okay.
I don't have pierced ears or a bull ring or purple hair, but I'm weird.
Yeah.
At least you don't also have your nipples pierced there, big brother.
Oh, how do you
Okay.
know?
Yeah. Some things you just don't know, Dylan.
I don't listen. There's some things I don't want to know.
But, you know, I'll sit here and brag about my piercings. But they're all in my ears. It's rock and roll, man.
Well, so the Secret Service's acting director on Tuesday told lawmakers he considered it indefensible that the roof used by the gunman in the attempted assassination of Trump was unsecured and said it was regrettable that local law enforcement had not communicated to his agency that a gunman had been spotted on a nearby roof.
Yeah. Mhm.
Why should you have to communicate gunmen on the roof? You should have 20 sets of eyes on that roof,
That's
on
it.
the parking lot, on the stairs, on every window.
No matter what.
Somebody should have gone gun bang.
But brother,
That's part
they
of the
did
problem.
not even get together and use the same frequency to communicate with each other.
Nope.
They didn't have their little get together they're supposed to have.
Yeah, they had a liaison guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's- And they assumed that the cops had it under control. The Secret Service assumed the cops had it under control.
But let's
All
not
right, I
worry
don't
about
pretend to know what they have to go through, man. But no, we were taught in embassy training that see a threat, shoot a threat, figure it out later.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the cops hadn't been through that training. It's too bad, too. Because one of them was hoisted up to look on the roof while the guy was up there. And the guy pointed the gun at that cop, and he just immediately jumped down, didn't say a word to anybody. Or he didn't say a word to the Secret Service. He told the other cops.
Oh, yeah. Well, like they said, they knew about him for 90 minutes before Trump was even there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But we have a new face in chat.
Oh, who's that?
Mr.
Tree Cat.
He's got a question for you there, Chuck.
Yep.
Civilian here. What do you when you feel like life can be too overwhelming and you really just want to give up? I need some old wisdom. I'm at a low point in my life and I don't know what to do.
No, if you ask me, I'm going to say give yourself over to God.
Yeah. That's a good place
That's
to go.
me. I don't want to bring this into really, heavy religious debate, but I don't know how to explain it. When you get into a low spot, dude, I hope this is in the troll because I don't want to waste my breath on this.
Yeah,
but everybody needs to hear it. When you get into a low spot, man, I don't know how to explain it. I just tell myself, look, dude, there's somebody else worse off than me.
Yep.
And they haven't given up yet.
Mm-hmm.
So how dare I think I can give up?
Yep.
But I'll tell you what, I know people better off than me, they're not better off than me. I mean, I don't have a lot of money, but I have what I need. I'm good. And I just keep that stuff in mind. I mean, as bad as it seems, it will get better.
Yep.
That's all I can say. But I'm a firm believer. Give yourself to God, accept Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
They'll point you the way.
Yeah. Not
You
to
won't
mention,
have to do
yeah, at most churches, they have all sorts of programs, too, that you can join in and, have friends, have new friends. And it's a good environment.
Yeah. The
Top
only
of that
thing I
would be-
want to add is if you're a troll, fuck you.
There is that.
On top of that, when it comes to these two gentlemen, they have a little brother here that they can just easily just torment and pick on.
Yep, that's
But I
right.
tell you what
That's
helps too is a group like this. Find yourself an online group. I was dead set against it. I can remember my daughter teases me to this day because I used to tell her, stay offline. You don't talk to them strangers online. Somebody in Texas or Oklahoma. You don't know what they're capable of doing. And here I am. My best friends are online now, and she don't let me forget it.
Right?
Texas and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And
They got that, did you?
you forgot New York,
Didn't forget New York.
New York's a gimme.
right?
We're trying to forget.
Chicago, LA, they're all gimmies.
Yeah, Tree Cat. Oh no, that's cool, man. As long as you're not trolling, we'll be glad to talk to you.
No, man. If anybody honestly reaches out to help, you need to help.
Mm-hmm.
It's your duty as a human being.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys got time for a little story about helping.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead.
anyway,
Go ahead.
this little mouse, he's living quite the life in the little farm cottage. Well, farmer's wife sees the mouse one day, so she orders a mouse trap. Well, the little mouse all upset. There's a mouse trap in the house. So he runs out into the barnyard. He goes up to the chicken. Mr. Chicken, help me. There's a mouse trap in the house. Chicken says, I'm not allowed in the house. It doesn't affect me one way or the other. Just move on. Oh, he just dejected. He goes to the pig. He goes, Mr. Pig, you got to help me. There's a mouse trap in the house. I'm fearing for my life. And the pig says, I'm not allowed in the house. I have nothing to do with it. It doesn't affect me. Move on. He goes to the cow. Mr. Cow, you got to do something. There's a mouse trap in the house. I can't live safe now. I'm not allowed in the house. I have nothing to do with it. He move on. Well, the mouse goes home. He tiptoes around that trap. He gets in. Well, later that night, snap, there goes the trap. Farm wife, she says, I got that mouse. She sneaks down. Instead of the mouse, she caught a snake, and the snake bit her. Well, the farm wife took sick. So now the farmer says, well, I know how to make her better. He goes outside and he kills the chicken to make chicken soup to make Mrs. Farmer Wife feel better. And Miss Farm Wife didn't get better. So mother-in-law had to come stay. He needs food, so he's got to go butcher the pig so he can cure some ham and bacon to feed mother-in-law and father-in-law. Well, Miss Farm Wife died. So now he's got to slaughter the cow to feed the multitudes of people coming for the funeral. So sometimes when somebody asks for help, it's better to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. Yeah.
But anyway, I'm glad. I hope you come back, Tree Cat. Don't be a stranger.
Yeah, stick around. So neither the Secret Service, counter sniper teams, nor members of the former president's security detail had any knowledge there was a man on the roof of that building with a firearm.
But that goes back to they didn't have eyes. What were they saying? 137 yards, 157 yards, something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Dude, even my eyes could see that.
But my question is, for Secret Service and all those cops that are there, those said, oh, well, they didn't know that that person was there. But yeah, they were getting told by multiple civilians there was somebody on that roof.
Yeah.
Dude, there's
No,
even worse than that.
Mm.
That building behind it, there was a second floor, and that office was being used as a command center. And they opened it, and you could look out it and see along the whole roof.
Yep, Dylan, it's kind of like
That part I didn't know.
Yeah, but let me also answer your question. Secret Service did not do their job that day. They did not look around. They did not scope out all the possibilities.
Right, but
Good night, Bachelor.
If you remember,
and we're not talking a rock concert or a farmer's market here. You're guarding a presidential candidate. You're guarding an ex-president.
right,
You would think, you'd be a little more on the ball.
right. But the thing is, if you have police on top of the roof, right, like they say they did, and majority of these news say that there was officers on top of the roof.
They got off the roof because it was hot outside. It's what the first
My thing
story
is-
was.
If you know somebody was on the roof, right? Why not take action immediately instead of after all that shit went down?
That's all good and fine, but they're already in the mode of covering things up by not releasing Freedom of Information Act requests. So, yeah, that doesn't help the situation any.
Even if the press tried getting all that information, they can't either.
I'll tell you what, they should have had Don Cheadle in charge of the Secret Service because he could have gotten out there in his Iron Man suit and fixed that shit.
Fucking Tony
Am
Stark.
I? Preach your brother.
I'm with my brother Jim, man. There's a bunch of people out there. You got the bikers, you got different groups of people that have offered to be security for him, and that would be a great idea. Just have them show up. Either do it where there's all of them together, or it's just some of each group, or just show up where that particular band of people is prevalent.
Definitely. So Texas sued and won $1.4 billion against Meta, the parent company of Facebook, because of their facial recognition software that they were using. They allowed people to opt out, but that meant you were automatically opted in. And if you never went on Facebook, or if you didn't go much, you might not see the opt-out bullshit. And so Ken Paxton sued his ass.
Oh, that's good. Excuse me a second. Vids, you're going to have to take 15 minutes in the corner, dude. Okay. All right. Now we can get back to business.
All right.
Goodness.
Yeah, they say it's the largest secured by a single state. Already, who was it? Somebody else sued previously. It was fucking, I don't know. But we're not the only state that sued Facebook because of that.
Yeah. But hey, Texas also won the border buoys can be used.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are nice. I like them. Orange.
Yeah. So
See, the surgical mask was the giveaway. That means he was a disciple of the left-wing party.
oh my God. I was watching Libs losing it or liberals losing it or
Yeah.
something. Rita
Lefties losing it.
Lefties
Sky
losing
News.
it. Sky News.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
McConaughey.
she had a whole half hour on what's his name? I can't even do him right now.
Oh, De Niro.
De Niro, yeah.
Oh,
She had a half hour of him in 2024 wearing a face mask.
hey, that day he went up there to do his deal in front of the courthouse about Trump. You know, he had his mask on, he pulled it off on his way up there.
Yeah. What is he, sick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh! You're talking about health.
Oh, I was thinking of something that could be perpetuated or passed on.
I don't know, man. In my head, I only saw the Chinese and the Japanese doing that stuff with the masks. And that's, I am old. I've seen a few decades,
Mm-hmm.
but that's the only ones I've ever seen doing it.
Yeah.
You know? Even
Well-
in 76, when that swine flu pandemic
Yep.
Yeah.
supposedly took off,
Yep.
there was none of that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying it didn't make sense in crowds.
Right.
I'm not saying it didn't make sense in the hospital. Because I remember, even in basic training back in the 80s, if you went to the infirmary with a sniffle or a cough, you wore a mask.
Hmm.
And it's just, maybe it ain't going to do anything. Maybe it will. It's better than spraying my saliva everywhere.
Yeah.
But that was the extent of it. It wasn't the end all be all care all.
I miss the good old days when the old men would walk around with that used hanky in their back pocket.
Yep.
Oh.
So Biden
Shit.
Biden was in Austin on Monday, and he called the U.S. Supreme Court extreme, and he wants to make some changes. He thinks it's too conservative. He wants to give every president the ability to appoint one new Supreme Court justice every 2 years, and give him 18-year cutoff. What do you term limit?
No, not until they do it to senators and congressmen.
That's where the
Exactly.
problem is.
And I want to know where he thinks he gets the power to tell the Supreme Court whether they need to expand or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
are they
don't
not
know.
the co-equal branches?
There
But
should
see,
be.
now I don't understand how the Supreme Court can be extreme. Their only guideline is the Constitution.
Well, you forgot Roe versus Wade.
They kicked it out because it's not in the Constitution.
Yep.
Yeah, now they
Sorry.
for 50 years it sat there as a made-up deal, A
It's
made-up
not in the
right.
Constitution. It's not a federal issue.
Right.
Exactly.
It is a state issue.
And
Get
it's-
over it.
It's gone back to the states, and Trump is fine with that. The liberals are saying that Trump wants to make abortion illegal in all 50 states. He's got no
No, he
interest.
doesn't.
He's got too much
That's
shit
not
to
what he
do.
did.
But he gave each state the option to.
Yeah.
If you don't like something, you have a better chance of changing your state laws than you ever do of changing a federal law.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. And there's 3 states on the West Coast you can move to that'll allow you the stuff like that.
But it's not as bad as they're saying. They're just preventing you from using abortion as a birth control.
Yeah.
It's
On
way too
demand.
convenient.
Medically speaking, if there was a medical necessity for it, a doctor with any grain of decency in him would do it.
Well, back when I was a kid, my mom was explaining it to the teenage cousins. The best contraceptive you got's this quarter, and said you keep it between your knees. When you're on a date, don't let it hit the floor.
Yep.
And that's always been the best,
Yep.
You don't get nothing. It doesn't cost anything.
But that's it. We know what causes it. It's not like it's a mystery illness.
Yeah, hang on. Let's not use the word cause.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a cause. It's an actual.
Yeah, you consciously have to perform the act.
Yes. Yeah, it's not like somebody come by and gave you sneezes in your face.
You don't catch it from a toilet seat. Yeah, you don't get it from a dirty doorknob. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. We got a Mr. Scooter out there. Terry, would you please turn your lights down a little bit, bud?
Yeah, it's a little bright.
Your lights are a little bit bright.
What's up, Mr. Scooter?
Hey, Terry. And hey, Happy Hippie. Yeah, Biden said such scandals had created a crisis of confidence in the court and that his reforms were attempts to restore the Americans' public's faith. Wait a minute.
Can we sum up what he was saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm pissed, and you guys aren't giving me what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The end.
Yep. Yeah. I've heard a bunch of people talking about it before Biden laid out what he wanted to do. And there's this right of center political commentator I watch who happens to be gay, but he's very clear. He was worried that Biden wanted to add 6 more justices.
That's been a number that they've been kicking around for about 20 years.
Mm-hmm. And he said all that's going to lead to is the next administration adding more justices and just keep building and building until.
Yeah, don't forget, FDR tried it.
Yes.
But back then you had Democrats that were not so Fruit Loopy.
Yeah.
And they told him, no, you can't do that, dude. But it's supposed to be an equal branch of government, just as powerful as the Congress. But when we get back to that, the states need to raise a stink about getting their power back and get the Senate not voted by the people, but back to the states and let the states choose the senators.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, gentlemen.
I agree.
We got another famous person in the chat, Mr. Mad Scientist.
Where?
Vinny, is Dylan picking on you again, brother?
No. Why would I pick on him? I have not picked on him. He just popped in.
Hey, Vinny, we're streaming in Linux, man. Anyway.
Look, no hands.
So,
that's not fair.
I guess we wore that one out.
Right.
Oh, our gymnastics team is kicking ass in Paris right now. I want to support the athletes, not the administration. Yeah. So, yeah, we're kicking ass. Simone's there. She's able to compete this time. All is good. She doesn't have somebody molesting her and shit. That's fucked up.
When they started the political shit and bringing in fucking skateboarding and crap, I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I'll tell you, it was 1980.
Yeah.
The hockey team. That was it.
Well, when they allowed our dream team of basketball players, they were all pros.
Yeah, but they had been crying for years. All these other countries had been putting in their professional athletes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's what that was about.
Thank you.
We were like one of the last ones.
I'd totally forgotten. I hope we cleaned up.
Hey, but you know
Is
what?
that Paris I see?
Yes.
Hey, Paris.
Hey, Paris.
I did get to see Bruce Jenner run and do other things in track.
Oh, right. That was back when he was Bruce. Yeah.
Bruce.
He was,
Back when he had his stick shift and ball bearings.
yeah, and he was legendary.
Yeah, it was. Now, don't forget Mark Spitz.
Right.
And Johnny Weissmuller.
Well, I wasn't alive in 1942 to watch those Olympics, but I did meet him when he was Jungle Jim, and he told me, "You're an awful lucky guy to have a name Johnny." I'm sorry, he had a monkey with him, man. Come on.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell him fuck you?
Hell no. No.
Oh,
What was your last message? Hang on.
Wait.
Well, we'll get right on that, Bachelor.
Oh, okay. Bachelor, go get you some cod liver oil. Get a bottle and drink the whole thing.
Citric
God.
nitrate.
Yeah.
Stuff you buy at CVS, yeah.
Dulcolax.
That'll change your life. You'll see Jesus on that stuff.
Bruce got to bang a hee-haw girl. So
Hey, I wouldn't. One time I wouldn't have minded.
Not at all. They were cute, except for Minnie Pearl. She was a little old.
Yeah, but
The director of the Heritage Foundation's Project 2025 vision for a complete overhaul of the federal government has stepped down.
yeah. They were.
Go ahead.
The left was pushing real hard, saying that's what Trump envisioned.
Yep.
And apparently, they don't remember when Trump was president before. The Heritage Foundation did not get along with him whatsoever.
No, they didn't.
They were working to impede him. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. And they're just swearing up and down that he's gonna enforce all of that stuff, and we're gonna be living in Handmaid's Tale.
Everything's a handmaid's tale, or it's complete genocide. It's the end of the world. But if you look at what it says, it's got some very good common sense ideas on how to do shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've forgotten her name. The woman playing the wife. I've always had the hots for her. I forget. She was on Chuck also.
Hey,
Yeah.
wait a minute. I thought you was a married man. What's she doing on you?
Oh, it's okay. My wife can't hear me.
Okay.
She's actually, she can hear me. She's just ignoring me.
it doesn't matter where you get your appetite, as long as you eat at home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is true.
Yeah, we were talking about poor John Wayne last night. We were at a burger place or a pizza place that had movie posters up, and one of them had John Wayne with in a movie with Sophia Loren, and I was like, "Oh, that poor man."
I know. He had it rough, didn't he?
He sure did.
But I'm sorry. I will never forgive him for being Genghis Khan.
Yeah, that'd be like
That's as bad as Schwarzenegger's Hercules in New York.
Oh, I didn't see that.
1973. Watch it. It
Okay.
kind of gives you a different angle of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, let me make a note of that. Hercules in New York. Yeah, 1970.
Oh, 70.
Ah, yeah. I didn't know he had done anything that early in the movies.
That's his first.
Yeah.
No, his voice is dubbed.
Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, that strong Austrian accent was impossible back then. If he could even speak English in 70.
Paris, I don't remember. I probably got so high that I thought it was funny at the time.
I don't know. Tree Cat, a lot of people didn't like Arnold as their governor, but I heard he did manage to do some good things. while he was cheating on his wife, Maria Shriver, with the hired help.
Yeah. I'm sorry. He's running around sitting there calling himself a Republican, and he's married to the middle of the Democrat monster.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He was the first and last Republican she voted for.
No.
Let's see. So, yeah, this information about the Heritage Committee, or Heritage Foundation, sorry, comes about after Trump increasingly disavowed Project 25 amid escalating attacks by Democrats. They think they're trying to say Trump's campaign forced the exit. They have no chance. They had no chance.
The Heritage Foundation at one time was pretty powerful amongst the Republican Party, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
they've gotten pretty extreme.
I wouldn't say extreme. They've got away from people like Paul Ryan.
Okay.
You know. So yeah, if that's extreme, I guess so. You know.
I guess it depends on who you ask. To me, they sound more extreme than Trump. Trump's just a conservative. I mean,
Yeah. Well, he's actually more center right than full out conservative.
okay.
You know, kind of like the way that just basically how America used to be. We were always a center right nation,
That's true.
and things were better then.
Yeah. Yep. And we made
But-
things here.
Yeah. And I like that. You seen his new plan he's got? No more seniors paying taxes on Social Security.
That would be awesome.
No shit. Why the fuck are they having to in the first place?
Exactly.
You know,
That
That
doesn't make
and-
any sense.
no tax on tips.
I'm okay with that too.
Hey,
I'm okay with that too. Yeah.
I'm happy for that. You know,
Because what they have to do when a wait person claims their tips, they're required to claim at least 8% of their sales. So if they sold $200 worth of food that day, they have to claim that they got $16 in tips, no matter how much they got or how little they got. They almost always got more than that, but it's a vague amount. How can you tax that?
our Congress figured out a way, didn't
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They fucking
they? But
did.
hey, don't forget, what was it here last year before last? They started the deal telling thieves you're going to have to report on your taxes what you stole.
Yeah.
Oh, Bachelor, that's exactly right. As a matter of fact, that's coming up. Let me go ahead and move to that one. Oh yeah, that is the one I've got. Donald Trump questions Kamala Harris race as he appears at gathering of black journalists. This is a group that's existed for a while.
Yeah.
They say he falsely suggested Kamala Harris had misled voters about her race as the former president appeared before the National Association of Black Journalists in Chicago Wednesday. And what he was saying, now you guys have seen this, I just saw it today, that he was saying that he didn't know she was black until recently.
Yeah.
That
Because
she had been.
she ran on her Indian heritage.
Mhm. That's what he was saying.
And then when it got cooler, she moved over to telling everybody she's Jamaican, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which still isn't black.
No.
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 But get this, the one that's even better, we can understand a little bit of part of what doesn't go on in that head because her dad was a Marxist economist.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I know. That means he's permanently unemployed and getting paid for it.
He's standing there complaining about other people's got jobs.
Yeah. Now, she did go to a black college, but that doesn't prove she's black. They're bringing up all this shit from her past as if she's been stating that she's black. I don't even know. I didn't know she was fucking. I didn't know anything about her until.
Well, yeah, because didn't her mother push her carriage in the race marches and
civil rights movements?
And don't forget now, just because she was living in Canada doesn't mean that she wasn't bussed.
that's it.
Yeah, how much of her childhood did she spend in Canada? It was like most of her
Most of her
teen
school
years.
years.
Yeah.
But she's an anchor baby.
But she celebrates Kwanzaa.
Oh, she does?
It's an African holiday. That's not Jamaican or Indian.
Nope. So their favorite word for anyone who isn't super left liberal is weird.
I find it
I've been
strange.
called weird all my life, so that's not very much of a blow.
Yeah.
Well,
I take offense to that
Why?
because I'm weird.
Okay.
no, we have better words than that for you, Dylan.
Mhm.
You shut your mouth, JT.
You're spatial.
Only to you, Chuck.
You rode the special bus.
He's our favorite window licker.
I thought I was a toilet seat eater.
Well, if you must.
Well, okay.
The killing of a top Hamas leader brings new uncertainties about ceasefire talks.
They're at war. Why didn't you see this coming?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm sorry.
We're
You
going to
can't run around-
retaliate. Well, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but you know, you run around for 40, 50 years saying you're going to wipe a country off the face of the map. You know, they kind of
Can't be upset when
leaves
they.
an open door.
You can't be surprised when they whack you.
My father says Dylan is blacker. I took him to Harlem for his birthday.
Oh, really?
That is not true.
Contain yourself, Jim.
Jim, contain yourself, big brother. Contain it. Fight it.
And there's just so much there.
Fight it.
Oh, Lord, help us.
The White House has no independent confirmation and cannot confirm reports that Israel had killed Haniyeh in Tehran, as Hamas claimed.
No, I thought they took him out in Damascus.
Yeah.
I think they were saying that he was in. I totally missed that.
Hey, I ain't got no problem. They want to do a Middle East war. Go to it, boys. Enjoy yourselves.
Them fuckers been shooting at each other for one reason or another.
Yeah.
Thousands of
Since the
years.
dawn of time, since humans could throw rocks.
Yeah.
So Maduro and opposition both claim victory in Venezuela's presidential election.
Yeah, and it's going to be a week or two before we even have any true idea what's going on down there.
I'd say at least, yes. Because
part of the military is with the people saying their guy won and the other part's with Maduro. No matter what El Duce says.
Yeah, and they took exit polls. They took all sorts of polling around that. And in the polls, Maduro lost by a landslide. But, I mean, they want so bad to be out of the situation they're in that they're willing to go back to their previous government who was nearly as controlling as the government they have now, but not quite as corrupt.
Yeah.
I think you got to take Bachelor up on his invite.
Right, and Chuck, Mr. Devin says, "What are you guys vaping on?" You forgot about that.
I didn't forget. Yes, I did. What are you vaping on, Dylan?
My new favorite mod, the .aio V2 Lite, and I have Mr. Twisted Timmy's fresh batch. Actually, pretty damn good.
Cool.
Big brother,
Hi.
what are you vaping on?
I got my brother George's mod. I got the Centaurus with the Blaze on top of that. I've got the Blaze RTA on top of the Gua, and I've got my ever faithful Cthulhu AIO box. And they all got my juice in it. So that brings us to GAT.
Hey, what's going on? I'm vaping on the usual, guys. I've got the topside dual with the drop on top with the humble black lemonade in it. We got the Centaurus, Brother George, and the Sakers on top with what was it? It was Twist #1 tobacco series. It's not bad. Still trying to find the perfect tobacco. We got the Gower loaded with the Aries 2 on top.
Ooh.
Love the 2100s, man.
JT, my father asked, did Dylan just say his little pony?
Yes, he did, Dave. And here we got the Lost Vape. This one's the Tolima Quest with the Zeus ZX RTA on top. And that's still running the Suicide Bunny. And last but not least, the Ursa Quest. I remembered it. It's the bear with the intake MTL on top. And this one's got Prodigy Extreme Ice in it. So that leaves our illustrious potentate. What are you typing about?
I'm trying to type a reply to Tree Cat, but let me go ahead and finish that. Tree Cat, it's cool. We started vaping to get off cigarettes, and the government has been lying about the dangers of vaping, saying it's 100 times worse than it actually is. They are definitely less dangerous than cigarettes, and we're all a lot healthier for vaping now.
And that's for sure.
And it brought us together as friends.
Yep.
Yep.
So what
and my doctor told me the other day, my lungs still sound good
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
after 7
My
years
father's
of
only
vaping.
been.
Yep. Oh, yeah, your father had to. His doctor told him to
Yeah.
start vaping.
Right, but even though his lungs look clear, still having trouble breathing.
It'll take probably a year to cough all that up, at least.
But what are you vaping on, Chuck?
I'm vaping
Yes.
on the Lost Vape Thelema Solo. I'm too close. Anyway, you can see it. Got this from George, and the bulk that I bought. I bought this from Mark, and I left a donut on his window when I did. And I've also got the Stubby AIO by
Bogan.
Bogan with the Ponte inside, vaping at 50 watts.
I thought that was the DNA ADC that came out.
Nope.
I
This
thought
is
that was the original.
this is the one by Stubby, the
Yeah,
original.
what have we told you about thinking, Dylan?
And
I'm sorry, JC. I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
vaping on e-liquids that I made with 4 ingredients, and we're all good.
Yeah.
Anything to do with bananas?
Not yet. I'm waiting. We're supposed to be
Banana.
getting a swimming pool full of banana flavor any day now.
Excellent. You've been looking for kiddie pools, right?
So
Yeah,
you did the hot tub?
yeah. Kiddie pools for mixing flavors, just like that
That one.
that one used to do.
Banana bondage. Yeah.
Adore e-liquid.
Adore. Yeah.
I don't think I've tried.
Hey, Troy.
Hey, Troy.
And Neil.
Yeah.
My red one, I did get a response. They want me to ship that one back to them. My father and I just got the chipset for his Tiffany blue one.
Cool.
So sometime this week or on this coming Saturday, we will be putting that in.
Cool.
Hey, Vids, that the reason you have a problem with the Nick salts, it's the benzoic acid in it.
Uh-huh. That is not good. I'm not putting it in my lungs again.
That's the deal they use to help get the nicotine in your system faster.
Mm-hmm. It makes it smoother, but man, it makes me and my wife cough, and she doesn't even vape.
Oh, dude, I get the aggravation.
From too much nicotine.
Yeah, well, I've never had that, and I'm a high neck. I'm vaping 24 milligrams all day long right now.
Holy
35
shit.
watts.
And you're
Yeah,
pretty
35
mellow.
watts, 40. Yeah, so it's not the nicotine.
That's a good point.
Salt necks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now, I wish I could find it. There was a company that was putting out some stuff called Fresh Pressed, and it was a nic salt for sub-ohm tanks.
Okay.
And
I never
used
heard
it,
of that.
and that was really good because it wasn't high in the benzoic and the nicotine, you know. But that helped us.
The only salt nicks I've ever had, and I'm pretty sure you gentlemen are aware, and everybody. was
Troy.
the Joel-
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The only salt nick, as I was saying, Chuck, the only salt nick I've ever tried was the salt nick in the Joel pods.
It might be a better quality. I don't know. I've never tried them.
Oh, that sucks, Troy.
Yeah, that really sucks. The chick who rear-ended me was driving the car that hit me, and then when I got out of my car and brushed myself off and went back to see if she was okay, suddenly her boyfriend was driving.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's okay. He was insured. She probably wasn't even. She was probably undocumented.
That could be too.
Imagine
California's DMV is using the blockchain to prevent fraud for car titles.
I don't understand the blockchain enough to.
I looked it up. It's not that interesting. I couldn't say anything to sway you one way or the other. It is in theory. In theory, it's a good idea, but that's theory.
There's a lot of things that are good on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is from Fox News. Growing number of Americans with jobs are homeless thanks to fast rising rents, inflation, report says.
All in New York.
Hey, who could have saw it happening? Hell, now they're saying people are having to drop the prices of their houses because they're not moving. Nobody's buying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Nobody can afford to.
Nope.
Well, no, it's just the majority of the people nowadays just want to rent instead of buy.
Oh man, we not to brag, but we got some decent credit, and we got a deal from our credit card company, that they're wanting to kick it up to 30% APR.
Wow.
And this
That's
is
fucked up.
It's a big card, a big name card. But it's coming, boys. Yeah, it's coming hard and heavy.
I thought above 24.9 was illegal.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm undocumented there, Neil. I don't drive.
That's why I got the job as a lunch lady.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's true, Dylan. A lot of people would rather rent these days instead of buy, but a lot of us want to buy, and
I mean, even if you look at the prices for rent there, Chuck,
they're going up.
in New York City alone, whether it's one of the 5 boroughs, rents astronomically high.
Yeah, that which doesn't tell me anything. It started off astronomically high to me because I live in Texas.
Oh, right, but
Yeah.
But if you were to tell me what percentage it went up in the last 4 years, that would make sense to me.
right, because from what I've seen, rent was $1,200-$1,300. From what I've seen now, it's anywhere from $2,000 and above.
It still doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know
The percentage is all that makes sense,
that I don't know
Oh,
offhand
really,
how
Vinny?
much.
See, Vinny says his 29.99% been normal for a while.
Oh, that sucks. I don't know that for a fact, and apparently I'm wrong, and that scares me.
No, man. How else do you collapse an economy? We've got people that can't afford to buy food, so let's put it on the credit card, eh?
Mm-hmm.
and use our house, and we'll just get another mortgage on it. That'll pay off the
Yeah.
credit cards. That's a great idea.
Yeah. My great grandfather, his name was David Hargis. He owned a small chain of grocery stores in the 20s. And then when the stock market collapse happened and the Depression started, he wasn't charging his customers for food. They'd come in, they'd ring it up, they'd just get a receipt, and he'd hang on to it. And then one day he went bankrupt and just burned the receipts in the trash, in the trash pile fire he had out back, playing his fiddle. What could you do? I mean, he had all this stuff. It was pretty much worthless unless people took it home with them.
Yeah, but somebody didn't buy it. Yeah.
Let them have food.
Right.
We all suffered. Well, I didn't. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But they all
you
suffered.
like my family, they were the Okies that was written about, and the
Yeah.
Grapes of Wrath. That's I'll never forget my mom telling me the story when she was little. Her job was watering the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the dust down.
Yep. We had dust floors back then. That's where thresholds are for holding the thresh inside the house.
Yeah.
Basically hay, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. The current situation, we got in this situation because, okay, housing alone was screwed up because of zoning laws. Their zoning laws are too restrictive towards building new houses. No one's building new houses right now, pretty much. And on top of that, we had COVID and making everybody stay home, printing new money to send to these people, making all of us go broke in the process.
Yep.
And Biden is mad about it.
Yeah, damn it. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send another 1.72 billion to Ukraine.
Yeah. That'll help.
Oh my goodness.
That's what he did the other night.
Yeah. Let's send some more money to the Ukraine because our people are going homeless and it's all good. Hey, time for joke of the day.
All right, let's see. Well, there's this barber. He's cutting his hair. He's cutting the hair of the guy in his chair. And the door opens up and the guy pokes his head in and says, "How long before I can get a haircut?" The barber looks around the waiting room. He goes, "About 2 hours." He goes, "Okay, thanks," and leaves. A couple days later, same barber, same shop, same guy pokes his head in. "How long before I can get a haircut?" And he looks around the waiting room. He says, "About an hour and a half." "Okay, thanks," and he leaves. Well, this goes on for weeks. Comes in every other day or so, asking how long for a haircut. And he looks to his assistant and he goes, next time he comes by, he says, "I want you to follow him because he's always poking his head in, but he never comes back for a haircut. So I want to know what he's up to." So next time he comes in, pokes his head in, "How long for a haircut?" Barber says 2 hours. And the guy says, "Thanks," and leaves. His assistant right out the door behind him. Comes back about a half hour later, laughing his ass off. Barber says, "Well, where did you go?" And he goes, "Your house."
That's it. Oh, that's good stuff. So, let's see. Let me get the link for Zoom here. Stick it in chat. Join us after the show. You click on that link after I unlock the room, and everybody's welcome. So
Leave your clothes on.
Yep. So everybody, thank you very much, and
God bless. Say a prayer for America.
yeah.